Dear students, welcome you all to session 19 video of the chapter Financial Statement Analysis, Financial Management, 6th semester BCom of Mangalore University. Session 19 is about the preparation of trend analysis from the following data. Trend analysis is one of the important method of financial statement analysis which helps in revealing the proportionate change, that is the proportionate increase or proportionate decrease, and it also helps in indicating the direction and pattern of change. Now, in this case, we consider the oldest year as the base year and all other values as taken as a percentage of the base year. Now here we can see we have the information about 3 years, that is 2011, 2012 and 2013. The information given are regarding the share capital, reserves, loan, sundry creditors, buildings, plant, stock, debtors, cash at bank. So we can see that all the information relating to all the items in the balance sheet, that is the owner's equity as well as liabilities and the assets, that is fixed assets and current assets are given. And we have the information relating to 3 years, that is 2011, 2012 and 2013. So in this case, the oldest year is 2011. So 2011 is taken as the base year. So the values of each item of 2011 is taken as 100 and then the other values for different years are found out. So for example, share capital of 2011 is taken as 100 and then the percentage of 2012 and 2013 are found out. Now let us see how it is worked out. So trend analysis, you can see the columns, particulars and for different amount columns for different years, 2011, 2012 and 2013. Then the trend percentage for the 3 years, 2011, 2012 and 2013. Now to begin with the share capital. Share capital, we write the figures of the amount for all the years actually, 2011, 2012 and 2013. The figures given are written first, 2 lakh, 1 lakh, 2 lakh, 3 lakh and the total is 8 lakh. And for 2012, 2 lakh 50,000, 1 lakh 50,000, 1 lakh 4 lakh and the total is 9 lakh. And again for next year 2013, 3 lakh, 1 lakh 50,000, 50,000, 2 lakh and 7 lakh. Similarly, assets for all the years and the total 8 lakhs, 9 lakhs and 7 lakhs. Now the process of determination of the trend percentage. So the oldest year here is 2011. So 2011 is taken as the base year. So 2011 you can see here, and all the components of 2011 like the share capital, reserves, loans, sundry creditors, total, all these values they are given 100 as the base year figures. So base year figures are always 100. So 2011 share capital is 100. Reserve is 100, loans 100, sundry creditors 100 and the total is 100. Similarly, the assets, buildings, plant, stock, debtors and cash, the values are the percentage is 100 here because this 2011 is the base year. Now comes the trend percentage, determination of trend percentages for the next year 2012. Here we find out the trend percentage for next year considering the value. So 2012 the share capital value is 2,50,000. 2,50,000 divided by base year share capital, that is 2 lakh, into 100. So it is 125. Next is reserve, 1,50,000 divided by 1 lakh into 100, that is 150. The next item is loans, 1 lakh divided by the base year loan 2 lakh into 100, that is 50. And the next item is share sundry creditors. The value is 4 lakh. 4 lakh divided by the sundry creditors of the base year 3 lakh into 100. It is 133.33. Similarly, the total 9 lakhs divided by 8 lakhs into 100. It is 112.5. Similarly, for the year 2013, so 2013 the value of share capital is 3 lakh. 3 lakh divided by the base year share capital, that is 2 lakh, into 100. 3 lakh divided by 2 lakh into 100, that is 150. And for reserve, 1,50,000 divided by 1 lakh into 100, that is 150. Next is loan, 50,000 divided by 2 lakh into 100, that is 25. And sundry creditors, 2 lakh divided by 3 lakh into 100, that is 66.66. And the total 7 lakhs divided by 8 lakhs into 100, that is 87.5. Now coming to assets, so we have buildings, plant, stock, debtors and cash. So 2011 is the base year. The values are taken as 100. Now we will have to find out the trend percentage for 2012. So 2012 value 2,50,000. 2,50,000 is the value of buildings. 2,50,000 divided by 2 lakh, that is the base year buildings value, into 100, that is 125. Again plant, 2,50,000 divided by 2 lakh, which is the plant value in the base year, into 100, 125. Next is stock, 2,50,000 divided by the stock value in the base year, 2,50,000 into 100, that is equal to 100. Next is debtors, 1 lakh divided by the debtors value in the base year, 1 lakh into 100, that is 100. And the next item is cash, 50,000 divided by cash value in the base year, 50,000 into 100, which is equal to 100. Next is 2013, the buildings value is 3 lakh rupees. 3 lakh rupees divided by the base year, 2 lakh into 100, 150. Then plant, 1 lakh divided by the base year value, 2 lakh into 100, 150. Again stock, 1,50,000 divided by the stock in the base year, 2,50,000 into 100, 60. Debtors, 1 lakh divided by 1 lakh into 100, that is 100%. Again cash, it's the same, 50,000 divided by 50,000 into 100, it is 100%. So finally the total 7 lakhs divided by 8 lakhs into 100. That is 87.5. So in this way we have found out the trend percentage for the remaining years, that is 2012 and 2013. Now when we look at this trend percentage, we can see the proportionate change, that is increase or decrease in each component of the balance sheet. Now we can see that share capital has increased. It was 100 has become 125 and it has become 150. You can see how much it has increased. So it is increased 25 and again it has increased 25. So it is now 150%. Again reserves, you can see reserves has increased to 150. Afterwards there was no increase in the 2013. Whereas when it comes to loan, loan was 100 and then it has decreased 50%. Again it has decreased 25. And the sundry creditors, it was 100, it has increased and then it has decreased. So when we have this trend percentage, we can easily make out the proportionate increase or decrease in each items than looking at the actual figures. Similarly, when you look at the assets, you can see that buildings has increased, similarly plant has increased and the stock has decreased over a period of time, whereas the debtors and cash balance remains the same. How it was in 2011, it is same, it is 100, 100, 100, which means there is no change in the value of debtors as well as cash. So trend analysis helps in indicating the direction as well as the pattern of change in each item of the balance sheet. So in this case 3 years data was given. So 2011, that is the oldest year, is taken as the base year and that year's values are taken as 100 and other years values are taken as a percentage of the base year. Students, if you have any doubts regarding this, you can ask me. Thank you.